Do you find yourself becoming a cheerleader or a critic from the sidelines with Microsoft now, or just the Xbox platform? Do you find yourself going, good move, or what happened there? Are you wincing and cheering, or what's your reaction?
Well, I'm cheering a lot. I'm cheering a lot more than wincing these days.
All right, way to go.
I mean, look, I left in early 2010 before the launch of Xbox One, and when I was on the board of GameStop starting in the middle of 2011. So when the Xbox One launched the way it did, it hurt me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was tragic to watch that happen, because we had, I personally and a lot of other people, we had spent a lot of our careers building the Xbox brand from scratch, competing effectively with the Sonys and the Nintendos of the world. We'd survived the Xbox 360 Red Rings of Death, and we finished the Xbox 360 generation basically tied with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Right? We're poised to actually become the market share leader, and made all the mistakes that Sony seemed to make with the PlayStation 3, and it was disheartening, frankly. And Phil took over, and I think Phil's done an amazing job getting the priorities right, getting refocused, but the damage was done early, and we saw it at GameStop. It was shocking, frankly. But I'm much more of a cheerleader now, and still, because I'm good friends with so many of those guys, I'm still very close to them, and we can chat about the business and what's going on there. And
yeah, do you think it was messaging? I mean, obviously the messaging at the launch of the Xbox One was an issue. So do you look to messaging, or do you look to priorities of just going a little bit too far for trying to be the entertainment system?
No, well, I was a big proponent of adding the entertainment capabilities to Xbox Live, because at the time, this is when things were going over the top really was starting to take off, and Xbox Live had the opportunity to really be part of that discussion. And it turns out today, of course, you can get content through a variety of means. You don't have to have a console to get it to your TV. People are very adept at casting, video from any device onto the big screen in their lives. But at the time, I thought that was very important. I think the mistakes were, first of all, just going 100% in on Kinect, and all of a sudden you're at 100%, $100 disadvantage for a peripheral that most people did not want.
Yeah.
And I understand very clearly that if you want to get developers to develop for the device, they need to they need to be assured that there's actually an installed base there for them to sell into. And so making it part of every unit, I understand that dynamic. But competitively versus the PS4, which was, Xbox One and PS4 were very similar. You're at $100 price. It was the exact same mistake that Sony had made with, previously. And then the messaging was terrible. So many things were said that were not friendly to gamers, that were arrogant, that made you feel like Microsoft was out of touch. And I think that, look, gamers are passionate people. They have, there's a lot of emotion and so forth. And I think people marched with their feet and their wallets. You would have thought things like Xbox Live were super sticky because you had all your friends, and so it was shocking to me how many people switched. Just shocking, and really, really unfortunate. I think that they've done everything that they can, and they run a good business and so forth. But I think everything is being set up for, okay, now how do we really expand? It's going to be a different ball game in the next generation, in the next 5 to 10 years.
MinnMax is a Patreon about games, friends, and getting better. The Deepest Dive is the best, most thorough discussions about games on the internet. Prove us wrong, please. The MinnMax Show podcast airs every Thursday. Patreon supporters vote on what we stream every single week, and a whole lot more. Give us a shot, try subscribing to the YouTube channel, and we hope we can win you over.